Hi guys, and welcome back to Snow White's Minutes. My name is Neringa, and I would like to continue my introduction story, if you will, um, because I think it would be good for you to have some sort of foundation, understanding, background, however you wanna, you know, go about that. I would say more of a story, how everything has begun for me. And as I said in the previous video, that I have started writing because the love of my life killed himself. So I would just like to go into a little bit more detail so you would be able to understand where I'm coming from, to paint the picture of the fairy tale that I have been through. And yeah, so here it is. It was 20th of October 2017. I had the worst day of my life, or so I thought. And basically, I found out that a guy I was with for 3 years had a fiance for 3 years, and I ended up living in her room. And then I found out that basically she was the owner of that place, and so forth, so forth. So it was super emotional day. I was feeling really unhappy, and my friend said maybe we shouldn't go to that party because it was a Halloween party. But months before that, I knew that I had to go to this party, or whichever party, just as a Snow White. And I had everything ready, makeup artist booked everything. And I was like, no, we have to go because I know I'm gonna meet somebody down there. So fast forward to the event, we get there. Nothing too extraordinary. The event was called Twisted Fairy Tale. I'm not gonna name the names. who was who was the owner of the parties and stuff like this. Maybe I will one day. As a thank you. And basically, the place the party was held at was a ballroom. I almost gave it away. And yeah, so as you can see, I painted a pretty, like, fairy tale-ish picture. And yeah, I was not really up for partying, so come 4 a.m. or something like that, I was about to leave the party when I have seen this guy across the room, and it was it. My friend said that basically nothing around us existed. It was just me and him looking into each other's eyes across the room. And right there and then, I knew that we're gonna be together forever. Or maybe we were, because the feeling was so magical. I always wondered what it would feel like to meet the love of your life. And I did. It took a while to kind of get his number. I don't know if I should go into too many details, but it was extremely funny, so I'm just gonna go for it. I walked up to him and I said, have you ever heard of a god called Adonis? And he said, yes, I have. So I said to him, well, you look like one. So we laughed a little bit. Then I went straight for the kill, asked him if this was the exact words. Out of which emotionally unavailable are you? And he said, oh, I'm very available. So then I took his number. because my friend had my phone, so it took a while for her to get my phone out of her purse. And once we exchanged the numbers, I left, and as I was putting on my coat, he came back for me. My friend told me that he was coming back, coming for us. I turned around. He held my hand, looked into my eyes, and said, I had to make sure you messaged me, so I had to come back." And right there, right then, I was ready to marry him. It was, yeah, beyond magical. Fast forward, I started dating. Well, not really started dating, because I wasn't really wanting to do it his way, so I was trying, acting hard to get and all of that. And eventually I dropped my ego, I'm guessing, and I called him myself. I went to see him, and it was the best time of my life. Literally, he was home. He felt like home, without getting into too many details, because I'm sure my mom will listen to this maybe one day, and my, relatives, so I can't really go into too many details, saucy details. But yes, let's just say he felt like home. And then some things happened. I don't want to talk about it. I'm still feeling really shitty about it. Yeah, that's made him think of me a bit less than what I am, I guess. And I guess that kind of made our relationship a little bit difficult. But still, we kept meeting up. We haven't met many times, but it was just so insanely intense. And I remember on the second date, we were driving past in a taxi. The cab was driving past this building that said, "This is happening," or "It is happening." And I told him that. I was like, "Did you see that?" And he was like, "Well, some people need proof." So yeah. And then over Christmas, he usually hates Christmas, so that's why I thought maybe he was distant, and I didn't really try to push him up. But he wasn't really communicative and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm just remembering what I want to share and what I don't want to share. And yeah, so then I had to go back to Lithuania. That's where I'm from, to see my gran. She has dementia, so I came back feeling really unhappy. I got really, really high. I'm just gonna say it as it is. I don't want to hide anything from people that come, like, what describes who I was and how I got here. So basically, I got super high. I think it was like 3 days bender, and I got all my courage to message him. And as I was messaging, he was online. He was reading every message of mine. I did everything possible. I serenaded him. I wrote him poems. I tried to make him reply, but he didn't. So the last thing I said was, "If you don't reply, I'm gonna come to your house." And he didn't reply. So I went to his house. And fast forward, he told me some stuff when I was there. Some really deep stuff about himself. and those words that I have been waiting to hear all my life. Of course, it wasn't what people usually say, but for me that was more special. He said, "I have never felt anything like this before." And then after that, I told him I loved him, and I felt like his heart dropped. In that moment, I felt like he was like, "No, please don't love me," because he has tried to really persuade me that he's toxic. He even sang me a Britney Spears "Toxic" song on our second, was it the first date morning or something like that. He was really funny, but I didn't listen to him. So yeah, and then after that, he broke up with me, and I tried everything. I tried everything to get him back, but he was not having it. And then 2 weeks after that, on Valentine's Day, he proposed to his ex, uploaded a picture with her on Instagram. And I guess now I will have to say what was that made our relationship complicated. And basically, my friends talked him out, and I told him. So he thought I was a psycho, which I wasn't. But yeah, so he put that picture with him and his missus on Instagram for me to see. So yeah, that was some Valentine's Day. Fast forward 7 months, he overdosed on drugs and killed himself. And that's when my rebirth has begun. I thought that it was the worst thing that has ever happened to me, but actually, it was the best thing that has ever happened to me. And so I will leave you with this. And I know that I keep looking at myself, not camera. It's a habit. Yeah, I will post the poems now after this video. And then I can maybe tell you my process of healing, how I was straight after he died. I guess you will, I mean, not guess, but you will get the feel of the emotions and the struggle and the pain and the suffering and so forth that I was going through. And yes, thank you for taking time to listen to me. Maybe you can relate. Maybe it will give you a glimpse of hope that even though you're going through something really tragic, the worst thing really, for me, that was the worst thing that could have ever happened to me. And I knew since I was a child that the one I will love the most will die. And it happened when I was 27. So yes, thank you so much for listening, and I will see you in my other updates. Thank you, bye.